Okay, part two. Sorry about that, you guys. But anyway, I was just saying that make sure that you do. I think I had left off with if you need 7 days to kind of get understanding if this deity is for you or not. No longer than 7 days. Okay, 3 days to 7 days is what I would suggest to see if it is right for you. Okay, so. I believe that's all I wanted to touch on with that. Just again, research, and then if you don't know, and you find one that you do want to work with, but you don't really know if they want to work with you, just kind of do a little welcome call to see if it is a good look and a good fit for both of y'all. Because it's not about you wanting to work with them. It has to be a equal, balanced give and receive. Okay, so. I feel like there was something else I wanted to say before the video just abruptly cut off. Yikes. Okay, well, anyway, let's move on. So let's just assume that you find a deity, or you know of a deity that wants to work with you, and you want to work with that deity. They've already showed you the proof. Okay, you are worthy of working with them. They are worthy. They deem you worthy of coming on into their energy space, and they want to work with you, protect you, guide you, support you, love on you. Okay, let's just go ahead and move on into that. Please, by all means necessary, please, if you choose to construct an altar for this particular deity, okay, or this god, goddess, angel, I want to stay away from working with demons. That's not my expertise. So I don't really know about constructing an altar for a demon. But maybe you could use the same format. I don't know, but I'm personally speaking on deities, okay? Even the Orishas, okay? So just make sure that you construct that altar with love. Construct it with love. That's vital, okay? That's vital. Simply because energies, deities, entities do not like pretentious energy, okay? Pretentious humans, pretentious, fake, phony human beings. They see it, they know it, they smell it, it stinks to them in the ethers. They can see it a mile away. So you can also kind of look at that as maybe one of the reasons why they didn't show up and want to work with you. It may be some type of energy within you that they picked up on, like, nah, okay? Not to say never, but nah, for right now, go get your energy together, okay? Step to them with love and step to them with respect, okay? You can't treat deities the way you treat your mama, okay, or your sisters or people here in the 3D, okay? It's a whole different realm. It's a whole different understanding of what you're doing, okay? That's why I keep pushing. Get understanding. Learn what they like. Learn what they don't like. Learn the energy of what they were before they transitioned, okay? Learn how they died. Learn everything about them. All of that matters, okay? It's not just, let me construct something and pray to it. Oh, no, because that's not even what you're supposed to do with an altar. But there's so much misinformation out here about altar work, deity altar work, that it's ridiculous. And it's no wonder we have so many energies and entities loosely running around this realm, okay? Because people are calling in and worshiping and just not knowing what they're doing, and then they deconstruct the altar, but the energy that they constructed is still there. So where did that energy go? It's running rapid in your house. So them little dings and bings and things that go bump in the night that you are hearing is probably that energy that you have welcomed into your home, and because you didn't see any results, you just said, okay, forget it. But that energy, it didn't go anywhere, because energy never dies, okay? It just transforms, okay? So just make sure you are constructing these altars with love. Now, I personally make sure that I have all the elements on all of my altars, okay? Because a lot of these deities represent elements, okay? They're either going to be a water deity, a fire deity, an earth deity, or an air deity. Just in my works, okay, in research and understanding, just about every last one of the deities are some form of an element, okay? Character-wise, they may have been high in the light or low in the dark, okay? Not good or bad, just light, dark, high, low, okay? So again, another reason why you would need to know what you're working with. Let's just, I don't know why anybody would want to, but somebody might want to work with Hades, okay? Well, Hades is not a light deity. That's a dark god. It's the god of death. So you wouldn't work with Hades to move you closer to light and love, okay? Hades is a deity, if you chose to work with Hades, would be a deity more so for scorpionic energy, okay? Underworld energy, secretive energy, protective energy, maybe even energy to help you do scam, slick things that you need to be able to move in between spaces and not be seen, okay? So somebody, Hades is not your angel, okay? He would not be, or the energy of it would not be considered a light worker type of deity, okay? Now, if you chose to work with the angels, let's talk about that. There's so many different angels, okay? I don't know them all, so I won't even begin to try to, call out their names. But there are a few: the Raphael, Gabriel, Azuriel, Uriel. But even if you're going to work with your angels, they need to be. It just needs to be conducive to what you need that angel to do. And I do work with Archangel Michael. He's for protection. So you wouldn't work with or construct an altar for Michael to bring in love, because that's not his forte, okay? That's not his expertise. I can't remember but maybe Gabriel, okay? I don't know, but you get what I'm saying. Just make sure that you align your angels, gods, goddesses, deities up with your intention, okay? And then I will say this: once you get a working relationship with your altar, with your deity, they'll let you know what they're going to work with you on, or how they're going to assist you, okay? I just said that Michael isn't for love, but guess what? I have never worked with him for love, or I've never needed him for love. He's always been, Archangel Michael came to me in the form of a blue flame when someone was trying to send something my way, and he came up and blocked it with a shield of blue flame. So I knew that he was showing me that he was my protector, okay? I have other deities that I work with for love and all of that good stuff, so he just hasn't had to step into that arena for me. Now, I said all that to say this: you may begin to work with Michael, and he shows you that he wants to work with you for love. So you see what I'm saying? That's why it's just so important to have a working understanding and knowledge of what you and your deity are going to do together, okay? And how they're going to show up for you. Now, a few things that I personally make sure that are always on my altars. Like I said earlier, I make sure that the elements are on my altar. So I'm going to always have water. I'm going to always have a candle. I'm going to always have incense. And I'm going to also always have my crystals, okay? So I got crystals everywhere in my home. But that represents earth for me, okay? A few of my altars have small plants, okay? I love little bitty bamboo plants because they just have so many representations and what they are for. But bamboo plants, the dirt, if yours is in dirt, or if it's in water, or if it's in the little rocks, it doesn't matter. It's still a representative of earth if you're not big on the crystals, okay? But I always have those elements on my altar, okay? And then when I begin to specify certain objects and things for certain altars, then you begin to learn, or you should already have learned what their sacred number is, what their color is, what their offerings are, okay? What days of the week to work with them, what they like, okay? Every deity has its own characteristics and personalities. They're just like us, because keep in mind, some of them were human, okay? Some of them were at some point mortals, okay? And then some of them have always been what they are, okay? They've always been gods, goddesses, ascended masters. They've always been etheric beings. You got to find that out on your own by the research that you'll do. But How you construct it is up to you as far as where you sit things. Now, some people do like to work with the different, like the compass. They set certain things in certain places. I don't particularly do that with my deity altars. I do that if I'm constructing an altar just to work with a particular deity that requires that, like Saint Expedite. You have to set your water in a certain place, your candle in a certain place, his picture in a certain place. Okay, so it really depends on if it's a permanent altar or if it's temporary, because you're just working with that deity for a particular thing, but you're not keeping this. It's not a working altar all the time. I'm specifically talking about working altars all the time. Okay, so just a recap: the elements, then the color scheme, the sacred numbers, petitions if you choose to. I have one set petition on all of my altars that I never burn, but then when I'm actually going to work with that particular deity, I will write out a petition, and during that ritual, okay, I will burn that particular petition, but there is one petition that stays on that particular altar all the time, okay? And for me, it just represents that this is what that deity will always be providing and supplying for me, okay? Now, I'm big on statues. A lot of people are not. I love statues, okay? So I'm going to share one with you. I have an Oya altar. Oya is my girl. I think I am a reincarnate of Oya, okay? But I have her statue here, okay? So I believe, for me, that when you are working with deities that you have a beautiful and potent connection with, I believe that it is vital, it is essential to have representations of them on their altar, okay? I have two statues of her. This is not her altar, but I did bring this one up. I have two statues of her. But before I got the statues, I printed out a beautiful picture. Now, we don't know what Oya looks like. We can only imagine, okay? I like to think that all of the female deities that I work with look just like me. Okay, there's nothing outside of me. Everything that I work with looks like me. Even the male deities that I work with still look like me, just the male version, okay? But with Oya, I made sure that I did all of the research that I needed to find out about her, okay? I do not work with Ifa, okay? I'm not a part of any African traditional systems. I'm not initiated into anything, okay? I am a self-proclaimed sovereign soul. I can work with whoever I choose as long as I have their permission to work with, okay? I have the permission to work with Oya. How do I know that? Oya came and found me. I don't work with any deities that did not come and find me. That's why I'm really big on promoting that with you guys. They will come and find you. They will show themselves to you in many, many ways, okay? A lot of times, if you're not, like I said earlier, spiritually connected, you won't really understand what's being shown to you, but you keep going on that walk. You keep the deeper you become on your walk, or the more consistent. That's really what it is. It's because the walk is deep, whether you know it or not. It's the consistency. The longer you stay on that walk, and the more diligent you are, and the more consistent you are, the more they'll show you. Because you're building trust. They feel your vibration moving in a way that tells them he or she is ready, okay? So the more you stay on that path, the longer you stay on that path, the more dedicated you are to your path, the more they're going to show you, okay? So anyway, with all that being said, I believe that statues are very important, okay? I won't say before the elements, because I believe the elements helps call in the energy of Earth, okay, of this realm that we live in. But right next to elements, I would say that the statue would be the most important next thing that you would need on your altar, okay? After that, you can begin to pick and choose what you would put on your altar as long as it's in alignment with what they are, who they are, and what they like, okay? I know what Oya likes, so her altar is full of everything, all things her. What I know, what I read, what she's told me, what I've saw that works, that she likes, okay? It's almost like creating an altar for yourself, okay? You're not going to put something on there that you don't eat, that you don't like. You're not going to make it full of colors that you don't even wear. You're going to make sure that this thing that's representative of you has everything that you like on it. So it's no different. When you're working with your deities, they want on there what they like. Okay, they want on there what they like. So now after that, after the elements, after the statue, food offerings, okay? Water, some of them like wine, some of them like liquor, some of them like different things, okay? So make sure that that's updated on a regular basis. Some people only offer during rituals. Some people only offer once a week on certain days. Some people change out their offerings regularly. It's really up to you. There's no wrong way to do you once you are fully in that thing and you're engaged and you have an understanding of what you're doing, okay? You can make it your own as long as everything that you're making is in alignment with the deity that you're working with, okay? So I believe that's really all that really needs to be said. If you guys have any questions, you're most definitely welcome to drop all the questions down in the comment section. I will respond, okay? And just know that I think if I had to leave you guys with any set information and enlightenment, is to make sure that you are building it and constructing it with love. That's why I said I'm going to name this video Constructed with Love, simply because love is a vibration, okay? What are these deities? A vibration. How do they connect with us? Vibration. So if you're just throwing something together, again, because, oh, I want to hurry up and get this together so I can post it to Instagram or post it online, or, oh, let me hurry and put this together so I can start using them to help bring me money. You know, they know, okay, when they're being used and abused and mistreated, okay, taken advantage of. That you do not want to piss a deity off, okay? And maybe I'll come back a little later and talk about that, because that's a whole nother show within itself. That's just as bad. Pissing a deity off is equivalent to creating an altar for a deity that does not want to work with you. Both of those have adverse effects, very similar to one another, okay? So I hope this information has been very, very helpful, okay? Also, I do want to add this, is certain things that you can keep on your altar that will help strengthen your altar, or it will strengthen those things. I'm a tarot reader, so certain cards are kept on certain altars, okay, depending on what I use those cards for, because I don't just use any deck of cards for any reading. Certain cards are for certain types of reading. So some of my cards are kept on, I have 4 deity altars, okay, so some of those cards are kept on, are distributed amongst those altars, depending on, you know. And then I have some that are not kept on altars at all, but I do have several sacred spaces, not altars, but sacred spaces in my home, and my cards sit there. But it is certain things. You can take your amulets off, your talismans, and sit them on your deity altar. All types of things. Your money, your wallet, your watch, okay, certain earrings that you may wear, your whole purse, okay. It just depends on what you how you see your deity working with you, okay? Some deities don't fool with money, okay, because that's a 3D construct. They don't fool with money. So that's why, again, it is important that you learn your deities. If you're only trying to work with deities to bring in money, that may backfire, okay? Yes, there are certain deities that will bring you money. Like I mentioned earlier, Saint Expedite is one deity that I personally have worked with several times, that he wants you to call upon him to help bring you money. I will say, not frivolous money, okay? Money for necessities, okay? Bills, your children, things that you need, not for greed, not for vanity. Keep in mind, Saint Expedite was a Christian, okay? So he didn't believe in any of the 7 deadly sins. If you want it for vanity, if you want it for greed, if you want it for anything connected to something that the Bible wasn't with, then expedite ain't coming. He ain't coming through for you if it's outside of the realm of Christianity. That's why you got to know the deities that you're working with, okay? Work with another deity for money that's not a part of Christianity, if you want that. But Saint Expedite is not with the foolery, not with the pretense. But I don't want to get off into that because it's not about one particular deity. But I did just want to bring that to your attention. Make sure that if you're only constructing for money, then you better make sure that you're working with a deity that's vain and greedy, okay? Because there's a lot of deities out there that live like that, whose energy is available, okay? But you just need to know who they are, okay? And if they haven't called out to you and you still want to work with them, then go back and make sure you do that. Hey, is it cool if I work with you? The welcome call, as I called it, okay? So I hope this has been helpful. I went as deep as I could within the minute and time frame that I had. I don't like these videos to be too long. You see that the phone cut off and I had to do a part 2, so it's all good though. I hope you guys watched 1 and 2. And again, if you have any questions, feel free. You can email me, scroll over to that about section, scroll down, and information on how to contact me is right there. Or you can just simply leave it in the comment section and I will most definitely respond. But if this is where we part, I thank you so much. I hope, again, that this was resourceful. I hope it was helpful. And if I left out anything, if there was some part of this that you like, oh, she should have talked about such and such, such, just leave it in the comment, because my mind was just trying to, you know, call out and gather all the information that I could within this certain little couple of minutes, so I could, you know, kind of give a full understanding of this video. So again, thank you so much. May you receive all the energy back that you've invested with me, and go out and have a beautiful, beautiful rest of the day. Take care. Namaste.